Hi there, I'm Alec. And everybody, I got some big, exciting news to share with you all. It's finally time. I've heard you all loud and clear. My dog Cici is gonna get her own YouTube channel. You've seen her and loved her in all my other videos, and now it's time for fan favorite Cici to get her own spin-off channel. Aren't you excited, Cici? Yeah, that's right. So get ready for videos that Cici has made herself. Videos such as why Disney's Bolt is a cinematic masterpiece, ranking every single dog treat known to dog kind, and also, can the other dogs on the TV actually hear me? And I'm using this video of mine as a backdoor pilot to her channel. I mean, I gotta draw up hype somehow, isn't that right, Cici? Alright, Cici, go on and get working on some of those videos of yours for your channel. We'll miss you here on my channel. Goodbye, Cici. Okay, now that she's gone, all this talk of spin-offs have given me an idea of what to talk about for the rest of this video. I think we can all agree that spin-offs can be pretty hit or miss, because when coming up with an idea based on an already existing piece of media, but focusing on a different aspect of that piece of media, like a character or a different concept, it kind of goes to show you that sometimes those particular aspects can't really stand on their own. I mean, we got shows like Frasier or Better Call Saul that have been able to stand on their own as spin-offs, and sometimes even be better than the original source material. And meanwhile, on the other hand, we got shows like Joey. How you doing? So sometimes, in order to make sure that these spin-offs might work, is to give them a backdoor pilot in that original show that they're based on. But backdoor pilots, looking at them as a whole, can actually be kind of weird, because most of the time, you probably don't even know that you're watching a backdoor pilot. As far as you know, you're just watching a normal episode of your favorite TV show, but then all of a sudden they talk about this one character for way too fucking long, and you're just like, why are we focusing so much on this guy? Some examples of these weird backdoor pilots come from like Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Didn't think I'd talk about that show in this video, now did ya? In season 5, episode 18 of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Sabrina's younger cousin Amanda, who, if you're a Sabrina the Teenage Witch fan, you would know is a big troublemaker, comes to live with Sabrina's aunts for an entire summer, and those two don't want anything to do with Amanda, so they decide to send her to Witch Right Hall, which is like a boarding school for misbehaving witches and wizards. And in that episode, you get to meet a ton of different characters that kind of get fleshed out a little bit, and you're just like, oh, these are actually some interesting characters. I'd love to get to know them a little bit more. And meanwhile, the creators of the show are probably just sitting there banging their heads against the desk, just screaming at the top of their lungs, yeah! We wish we could have. It's not like any other big franchise full of witches and wizards in a school is gonna come out during the fall 2001. Oh, fuck. Ah, damn it. Damn it. We're so close. So fucking close. Or another example of backdoor pilots from the show Gilmore Girls, because in season 3 episode 21 of Gilmore Girls, that episode follows the character Jess, where he goes off from Stars Hollow and goes to California to meet his estranged dad, and it's an entire episode where they meet a bunch of different characters that could be in the new show, which was going to be titled Windward Circle, so that way Jess can be in California and far away from Rory, which, you know what, I'm fine with, because I'm a Logan stan. If you're a Jess stan, you're about to get mad at me, and you're gonna be like, oh, but he's the best for Rory. May I point you to season 3, episode 19, the scene in the bedroom. Yeah, your argument stops there. I'm just saying. Where was I going with this? However, the backdoor pilot I want to talk about today is from Disney Channel's That's So Raven. And you're probably thinking to yourself, That's So Raven? Didn't it already have 2 different spin-offs? You're telling me there was gonna be a third? Yeah. However, the real reason why I want to talk about this spin-off is because it failed for a really weird reason. Let's get into it. The episode in question is season 3, episode 31, Goin' Hollywood. In the episode, Cory applies for a contest where he can win a small part on his favorite show called Better Days, which is a show where it's like based in the 1950s and shows how easy and weird life in the 1950s used to be. And then when Cory wins the contest, him, Raven, and their dad fly off to Hollywood for him to be in the episode, where Cory meets Allie, played by Allison Soner, who is the show's main character and is also a huge star in the world of That's So Raven. And she just wants to be a normal kid, so she decides to go to public school. And then she has to adjust to trying to figure out how to be a normal kid in public school, and how that will ultimately affect her being a megastar and the show that she's on. So what you should be realizing is that this spinoff was trying to be a Disney Channel show about a teenage celebrity trying to be a normal kid and go to school. That sounds familiar. It's almost like this one Disney Channel show that got 4 seasons, a movie, and a concert film. So yeah, the reason why Better Days never got picked up was because it was way too similar to Hannah Montana. And actually, both shows' pilots went up against each other during pilot season that year, and Disney Channel decided to choose the Hannah Montana pilot over Better Days. So now the only proof that Better Days ever existed was this weird one-off episode of That's So Raven. I remember seeing this episode a ton of times as a kid, and remember not liking it because it really sticks out how much Raven and all the other characters are not in this episode. Like young Alex just sitting on the couch watching TV like, where's Raven? But it's been a while since I've seen the episode, so maybe it's not as bad as I remember. So we see Cory jamming out to his favorite show, Better Days' theme song, as the rest of the characters come in and see that he looks like a complete doofus.
A crisis was a pinball. They watch black and white TV. Until everyone said grace.
People look down if you were a different race. People wore a happy face. Your parents will say those were better days.
Yeah, I like that song.
Yeah, we liked it too until you sang it.
We then learned that Better Days has been hosting a contest for viewers to win a part on the show. And Cory triumphantly announces to everybody that he thinks that he could win because he entered the contest. And everybody else is just like, this fucking guy. You'll never make it on a sitcom on a big television network, you ugly mug. But then Raven has a vision showing that Cory is going to win the contest. Yeah, remember that the whole entire gimmick of That's So Raven as a show is that Raven has visions of the future? Well, this is the only vision she has in the entire episode. And then, of course, her vision, immediately comes true, so that vision did not mean a goddamn thing. It was kind of just there to be all like, don't worry, we remember that this show is about a psychic girl, but it's not going to be about her for this episode.
So, what was your vision?
Never mind.
So Raven, Cory, and their dad fly off to Hollywood and go to the studios where the show is filmed, and they're just starstruck by every single little thing they see, even if it's really dumb.
Is that Will Smith?
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
Hey, Will!
Cory then comes over and shows off that he's got a script and he's ready for his big break.
So who do you play?
I am the delivery boy.
Oh, that's great. Where are your lines?
Oh, here they are already. Delivery.
That's not a line. That's a word.
Well, it's one more word than you got.
Ooh, damn! Cold-blooded. We then see S-tier Disney Channel logo drawer Allison Stoner's character, Allie aka Lindy Parker, doing a scene for the show.
Oh, hi! I didn't see you there.
I was too busy blocking out the haters.
I was just practicing for the sock hop. I'm going with the boy next door. I might even get my first kiss. Me kissing a boy? Gee willikers!
But then when the scene is over, we then see that Allie is way different than her character Lindy. She's playing cards, she doesn't give a shit, she ain't no goody little two-shoes.
Hey, Allie, we're waiting here.
Hey, come on, Allie, we're waiting here. I know we're supposed to be, doing our jobs, probably holding the boom mic or some shit, but I mean, come on. But we also learned that when Allie meets Cory, she's excited for another kid to be on set, and she wants to do regular kid things with him.
You know, we should do some kid stuff.
Yeah.
You want some coffee? Huh?
We're then introduced to Dava, the director of Better Days, who's played by Jackie Harry. Oh, hey, Jackie Harry. Good to see she's doing other roles that aren't inside of a lobster costume. Dava comes rushing over to Allie because she found out that Allie is enrolled in public school now. And Dava just knows that that's only gonna cause trouble for her star.
Tell me this isn't true. America's sweetheart to start public school.
Why the hell did they do the dun 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 when they find out that she's going to public school? I mean, a lot of the kids watching this show were probably in public school. Why'd they make it out to be such a bad thing? Oh my god, you go to public school? Jesus Christ, you poor fucking thing. Emphasis on poor.
Allie, it's the cold, cruel world out there. Kids are mean. They bite, they scratch, they call you names. Trust me, I was one of them.
You still are.
Dava tries her best to sway Allie from going to public school, but Allie insists on going because she just wants to be a regular kid. But that response doesn't sit well with Dava.
Dava, it's a done deal, okay? I'm going to public school.
Fine. You have any idea what you're doing to my stomach? Put him out! What took you so long?
Allie then finds out that the actor who's going to be playing the guy that she's getting her first kiss with is none other than teen heartthrob Justin Bieber. Justin Banks. I mean, it's kind of wild. This character's name is Justin Banks. He looks so much like Justin Bieber when he was a young kid. And this episode came out in 2005. 5 years before Justin Bieber hit the scene. That's So Raven, predicting the future in more ways than one.
Oh, he is so fine.
And it's kind of from this point forward in the episode that we really shift gears from the That's So Raven characters to mainly focusing on Allie. Because in this next scene, it features none of the That's So Raven characters. It only features the characters of Better Days. And you know, they've been hyping up this public school this entire time. We might as well go to it. It wouldn't be a Disney Channel show if one of the settings wasn't at a school, am I right? So they already got that down pat. So Allie shows up to her first day at the public school where we meet her cousin Carly, who's played by Allie Grant, who most of you will probably remember as Agnes from Sweet Life of Zack and Cody.
Agnes alive.
So as Allie is walking in, she's just so excited to be feeling like a regular kid that she just wants to take it all in, and she immediately is hit in the face with reality.
What did I just take in? That's the boys' bathroom.
Yeah, life is gonna throw curveballs at you like that, Allie. Sometimes you just want to stop and smell the roses, but turns out those roses end up being big piles of poopy. And then when Allie's trying to figure out what she wants to do first at school, like join a club or even try out for the cheerleading team, she accidentally bumps into the mean girl, Chrissy Collins.
Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This Chrissy girl looks like the type of person that would say like, oh my god, you're wearing that? That's really brave of you. And then you're just like, alright, well, cool, guess I'll just go fuck myself then. Anyway, some of you probably recognize this girl, Chrissy. She was in Wizards of Waverly Place, and she was also in an episode of Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, the one where there was like a pageant at the Tipton. Yeah, she played Brianna, that little bridey girl. She really knows her niche, doesn't she? She's like, I know, I look like the mean girl. Don't worry, I know where I fit in this puzzle.
Chrisette, this is my cousin Allie. She goes here now. Well then, welcome to the real world, or as I call it, my world.
Sorry, that was, I hated that. That was painful. I feel bad for these girls who have to play our posse. Alright, you five look like you could be stuck-up assholes, but you're not gonna be the main stuck-up asshole. So get in line and laugh when you're told.
You know, you're nothing like that Lindy character on TV. Thanks, dude. I'd like her better.
Oh, damn, they just pulled out the classic Disney Channel. Ooh. That's when you know that that shit was supposed to be hurtful. So after Allie and Carly get dissed by Chrissy, they go to class, and they meet up with Arvin, who's apparently a big fan of Allie's, but is also the school activities commissioner. And he's trying to find a really big act to finish off the school's talent show.
Now that's what I'm talking about. I mean, a real school talent show. You know, sign me up. Well, you know, I play the flugelhorn.
I bet you do.
Damn. Got him. Arvin is able to persuade Allie into joining the talent show, and he makes a big fucking scene about it, much against Allie's wishes, because she doesn't want to be lauded as this huge star. She just wants to be a regular kid who happens to make millions of dollars more than those kids will ever see in their fucking lives. And Arvin even says that this talent show is a fundraiser, like, damn, Allie, maybe you could throw the school a couple bucks, help them out. But no, the rich stay rich, huh? You're part of the problem, Allie Parker. Eat the rich.
Hit it!
So Arvin sets Allie up as the last act of the talent show. But then in comes Chrissy Collins, who's throwing a big fit because usually she's the one who's the last act. Oh, what's wrong, Chrissy? Wake up, Chrissy. This is the real world talking. And of course they give special treatment to the rich people. You know, maybe actually Chrissy is in the right here. Maybe she's like, why are we giving special treatment to this little celebrity who's richer than all of us? Like, goddamn. I don't care if she wants to be a regular kid. She never will be. She needs to realize that she's part of the problem. Damn, I'm getting a little bit political.
Chill, dog. I didn't know it was your spot. I mean, you can have it back.
I've got it. You two could both close the show with the dance-off.
Oh, hell yeah. Who doesn't love a good classic dance-off? That's how we should all solve our problems. But then when Allie tries to object and lets Chrissy do her own thing, Chrissy's just like, oh, what's wrong? You gonna be a little baby about it? You don't want to get down in the dirt with us regular people?
What's the matter? America's sweetheart, too good to be with regular people?
Damn, this actress is good at making you hate her. I just want to deck her with a fucking skateboard.
Okay, this is ridiculous. Whatever I say or do around here is wrong. Well, maybe that's because you don't belong here.
Ooh, damn, the cat claws are coming out. And then the next scene, they just go straight to the talent show. We don't like cut back to look at what Cory or Raven are doing yet. We just go right straight to the talent show.
Thank you, Juggling George Washington, war hero, father of our country, entertainer.
Yo, that bit sucked. I would have been like George Washington and everybody. War hero, father of our country, and man, he cannot keep his hands off those balls. Okay. So it's the end of the talent show, and it's time for the dance-off. So Arvin brings on Chrissy and Allie, and they get to dancing. Sean, who's the better dancer? And it's very obviously Allison Stoner. I mean, she was in the Missy Elliott video, you guys. She was an S-tier drawer of the Disney Channel logo. Of course she's better. I like how the song that the two of them are dancing to is so obviously like a family-friendly ripoff of Black Eyed Peas' Let's Get It Started. So Let's Get It Started is already a family-friendly version of the original name of the song, which I am not going to say. And then, even then, there's this version that's an even family-friendlier version of Let's Get It Started. Like, what's next? They're gonna make Let's Get It Started for babies? Let's get it napping in here. Let's get it napping in here. Yeah. Lose control of your bowels in your diaper. But unfortunately, Allie gets a little bit too cocky and dances too close to the edge of the stage and then falls off and hurts herself.
For the website.
And damn, that hits close to home. Quick story time. Back in college, the activities board was putting on a fun lip sync battle where you could win a pair of Beats headphones. And I was like, oh, hell yeah, I've done lip sync battles before when I was doing improv back in high school. I'll compete in this and win the Beats headphones easily. So I signed up, and my song that I chose was I'll Make a Man Out of You from Disney's Mulan. And I was getting really into it. I had my whole little choreographed dance going on. I was getting in and out of the crowd. It was a great fucking time. And then the song was over. Everyone was like, yeah, that was awesome. And like, I could have gotten off the stage and I would have watched the rest of the show and see if I won the Beats by the end of the night. But my dumbass decided that I was gonna do a jump kick off the stage. And this stage was like not even a foot off of the ground. So my jump did not get enough clearance and I fell right on just one leg and my knee buckled underneath me. And I went down on the ground and everybody was just like, oh, he kind of wiped out, I hope he's okay, right? He's fine. Then some guys came over to me and were just like, dude, you did a great job, that was awesome, hey, are you okay? And I was like, I'm not okay. Turns out I tore my meniscus doing that jump, which is not good, and had to be on crutches for the rest of the semester, which sucked. But hey, I won the Beats headphones, so that's gotta count for something, right? Yeah, those things don't work anymore. So anyway, moving on.
That has gotta hurt.
So because of the fall, Allie's nose is badly bruised, and it hurts whenever it gets touched. And you know what's coming up? Her character's big first kiss. And I mean, we all know what happens when you kiss somebody, right? Your nose is touched. What were you thinking?
What am I gonna do? I got it! Just stick your lips out real, real far. That way your noses never touch. A little more. No, a little more. Little more. Now that is where you live.
I don't get that line. What? So after that, we then finally go back to Cory, Raven, and their dad and check in on them and how they're doing. And Cory, let's just say he needs some help.
Delivery! 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 You need to work on your delivery.
So we kind of just see that the Baxters have been doing their own little thing. The dad has gone Hollywood. Raven's been jumping into celebrities as trash. And the two of them go and sit in the audience to watch the episode that's about to be filmed live in front of a studio audience. And I'm just saying, like, I know they did a vision at the very beginning of the episode, but that was such, like, an inconsequential vision. I feel like this would be the perfect opportunity to, like, kind of bring it back for a moment and let the audience remember that they're watching a That's So Raven episode and have Raven have a vision of what's going to happen in the episode. Because, spoiler alert, Cory's about to fucking blow it. And she could, like, try and see if she could help him out by dressing up in a weird costume and trying to insert herself into the episode. Or I don't know, maybe she has, like, a completely random vision about something else that's happening on set. Oh boy, I can't believe we're getting to see a live taping of Better Days. Oh, me either, man. Hey, what's your favorite episode? probably the episode where Lindy gets chickenpox. Oh yeah, that is a good one. Hey, you know, mine is probably the one where her brother Skip tries out for the football team. Oh, what about the season 1 episode where their other brother Mark goes off and fights in the Korean War? Yeah. You know, that was a weird way to write off that character. Yeah. Plus, there's the part where they said that the character, like, committed several war crimes. I mean, I get that the actor was hard to work with on set, but you can't just, like, shipped his character off to military school. You didn't have to make him an enemy of the state. Well, after what he did in the Rosa Parks episode, yeah, that episode's banned for a reason. I'm just saying, could be funny. So then when they start with the taping of the episode, the first scene that they start filming is Cory's scene, where Lindy's like, oh, there's a knock at the door. That must be my date. But then it's actually the delivery boy. Haha, good classic clean joke, am I right? And when Cory's supposed to give his line, he chokes.
Yes?
Come on, kid. You got one stinking word.
And everybody in the audience laughs. Not just at him, but also at Raven and their dad. I mean, how do they know that they're with Cory? Ha 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 ha! That must be so embarrassing for you guys. Ha 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 ha! This is my favorite show. But then as the episode continues, Justin's character Ricky walks in and is ready to take Lindy to the sock hop.
Wow, Lindy, you look ginchy. Thanks, Ricky. You look ginchy, too.
What did you just say? The fuck is ginchy? I know we're in the 50s and all, but you guys gotta be making that shit up. Oh, nope, apparently it's a real word. It's from the 1930s. Oh, so even in the 50s it was outdated. You know what? I'm gonna bring back ginchy. I'm gonna single-handedly do it.
Can I give you a goodnight kiss?
So Allie goes in for the kiss with Justin, and she tries to stick out her lips as far as she can past her nose so she doesn't make contact with his nose. Which at, like, that point, like, just fucking suck it up. If it's not broken, just kiss through the pain. You're on television, god damn it. But then before the kiss is able to happen, Cory runs in trying to deliver his line. Delivery! Hey, Cory for the save over here. Thank you, Cory. So Dava comes running in trying to figure out what's going wrong with this scene. Which, like, at that point, I feel like Allie should probably tell the director what the hell's going on. I feel like this is a liability issue at this point. If you get hurt even more, it's on them. They could get sued. So then, much to Allie's horror, Dava decides, you know what? We're gonna play this as a comedy moment, and you two are gonna bang noses. It's gonna be hilarious. But then this causes Allie to just try and get out of the way, and then Justin will just fall to the ground.
What is going on with you?
Okay, the truth is, I hurt my nose in school because I got all competitive with this girl.
Is it broken?
No, it just hurts a little.
It just hurts a little? Then just do a quick peck. Make him turn this way, you stay still. I'm an expert on kissing, okay? Trust me. I kiss my dog all the time.
I'm sorry, everybody. You are all getting muffin baskets.
Allie, not all of your problems can be solved by getting a person a muffin basket. I'd say like maybe 3 out of 4 times it can, but for this situation, no. So Dad was getting upset that she was obviously right, that this public school thing was a bad idea for Allie. And Allie's scared that they might have to cancel the episode, but Dava's just like, are you kidding me? We can't cancel the episode now!
Do you know how much that would cost? Probably my job. The job that pays for my house and my ex-husband.
Okay,
Oh no. Wait a minute. Take away.
Calm down, okay? I can fix this.
Really?
Man, I'm kind of sad that this show didn't become a thing because Jackie Harry is pretty funny in this episode. She's really upgraded from the lobster costume. So then Allie is able to figure out a way to save the episode. And honestly, it's perfect.
Okay. And action.
I'll get it.
Delivery!
Yes, Cory, way to go. That is my boy out there. Actually, you know what? In light of recent events, he is no longer my boy because he has been banned to the Shadow Realm, actually. So I'm going to go now.
Now, where were we?
Terrific show, everybody.
So, how was your first kiss?
Well, all I gotta say is, that was pretty ginchy. See, I'm bringing it back. So after the scene wraps, Carly and Allie talk to each other for a little bit. And Allie tells Carly that she doesn't think she's gonna go back to school the next day.
Everybody was right. I don't belong there.
But I thought you wanted to be a regular kid.
I do. I just didn't know how hard it was. I just don't want to have to face those kids again. You don't have to do it alone.
Damn, Carly, you serving up those hash browns, and they're too hard for Allie to swallow. So the next day at school, Chrissy goes up to Carly and is just like, oh, well, I guess your superstar cousin ain't gonna make it to school anymore. Fuck you! But then, much to Chrissy's horror, she's shown wrong, and Allie walks into the school. Oh, get fucking dunked on, Chrissy. Nobody likes you. Get out of here. Everybody boo Chrissy. Boo, boo. Goodbye, Chrissy. Boo. And then in the episode's final scene, we see Cory dreaming that he's winning an award for his role on Better Days.
You know, Cory, would you just one more time?
Why not? Delivery! Delivery!
You know, the people who gave Cory this award probably thought his delivery of the line was pretty ginchy. So yeah, that was the failed Backdoor Pilot episode of Better Days, a spinoff of That's So Raven. And yeah, there were a lot of similarities between it and Hannah Montana. I mean, we had the celebrity trying to live a normal life, going to high school and whatnot. We had her comic relief best friend, who happened to be her cousin in this. Oh, whoop-de-fucking-do. We had the guy friend, and then we had like the main adult character in the show, albeit I think Jackie Harriet gave a much better performance than Billy Ray Cyrus ever could. But I think the main draw of why they chose Hannah Montana over Better Days was like they could sell the music of Hannah Montana. They weren't going to be able to sell like videos of Allison Stoner dancing to the public. Everybody come see Allison Stoner, aka Allie Parker, in concert. She's gonna dance for 2 hours. I'm just glad that Disney Channel still stuck with Allison Stoner and gave her other things to do, like have her on Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Camp Rock, and also for her role as Isabella Garcia Shapiro in Fireside Girls Troop 46231 in Phineas and Ferb. Love that fucking show. But also, like, thank God they never really brought this Better Days thing back, because like some shows, when like a backdoor pilot or a spinoff doesn't work out, they just like bring those characters into like the main show. I mean, it's such a boring move to like have those characters go and do a spinoff thing and then have it fail and then just bring them back in. I mean, that's just so stupid. Oh, hey Cici, you're back. How's the new channel doing? Oh, you couldn't figure out how to make a new channel? Because you're a dog? Yeah, that does make sense. Well, don't worry, Cici. You'll always have a place on my channel. What? Anyway, that's going to be it for the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like down below. And also, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, because if you did, that'd be pretty ginchy of you. I'm bringing it back! And hey, did you ever watch this episode of That's So Raven? What did you think of it? Did you think it was as random as I thought it was? Or hey, do you have a favorite spin-off television show or movie or even video game or what have you? Then let me know in the comments down below. I love to hear about that type of stuff. If you want, you can follow me on social media. You can also listen to my podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts. And that's the end of the video. So with that, I'm going to leave you with a snippet from a video from Cici's failed spin-off YouTube channel. Bye-bye.
See you guys, I wasn't really feeling this one. I got out of there pretty quickly and tried to hide it from my owner. This one gets an automatic F tier. Then there was a bacon strip. When I was given this, I was like, but I got a little bit into it. I'd give it like a C tier. Next up, we got a rawhide bone. This I actually really liked quite a bit. You can see me have it in my mouth. I'm gonna give it an A tier. And next up, we got Cheeto. Oh my god, you guys, I love these things. Whenever my owner is eating some of these, I'm always at his feet begging for some. I'm putting these in S tier, God tier, if that's a possible tier to put them in.